to order at 2 p.m. All right, and Natalie, if we can get the land acknowledgement.
Associated, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Associated Students, Inc. at Sacramento State would like to take a moment to give honor and respect to the ancestors and to the diverse indigenous people connected to this territory on which we meet. The original stewards of this land belong to Nishnawin, Patween, and Miwok Native Americans. Keep them in your mind, carry them in your hearts, and we ask that you take a moment to consider your ancestors and your relationship to the land we are on. Thank you.
Okay, and Natalie, if we can get the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand, put your right hand over your heart. Ready to begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, and do we have a moment of silence? All right, Harvir, if we can get the roll call. Okay.
Lowe's, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Andrade Dominguez.
Present.
Boles.
Here.
Varela.
Here.
Tong.
Here.
Torres. Here. Aguirre.
Here.
Jobber.
Present.
Colin Vasquez.
Here.
Gani.
Here.
Jimenez.
Here.
Ambalia.
Here.
Hussein.
Yeah.
Hebert.
Here.
Curry.
Here.
Gallardo.
Here.
Nguyen.
Here.
Moore.
Here.
Jackson.
Here.
Masudi. Gill.
Here.
Dunning.
Here.
Atwal. Rocha.
Okay, next we have the approval of minutes for 10/11/2023 board meeting and 10/18/2023 working board meeting. If there are no objections, we can pass the minutes. All right, seeing none, the minutes are approved. Next we have public comment.
Is it not loud enough? Not loud enough, is there one here? This one?
Okay, next we have our public comment. Members of the audience may address the board on any item within the jurisdiction of the board or any agenda item. If you wish to address the board, please sign the speaker identification sheet. When you are called upon to speak, step forward to the podium and state your name and major clearly for the record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes and the overall time is 15 minutes. Those wishing to speak on non-agenda items will be called upon at the beginning of the meeting. Those wishing to speak for or against an agenda item will be called upon after the item has been officially introduced to the board. Every agenda item will be open for public comment before the board takes formal action on the item. Is there any public comment? All right, seeing none, we'll move forward to our special presentation from the Sacramento Kings student tickets from Bobby and Ali, whenever you're ready.
Hello, I'm Bobby Strachan. I'm a marketing specialist with the Sacramento Kings, and I'm here today to talk to you about our discounted student tickets program that we have with the Sacramento Kings. So, with the Sacramento Kings, we do offer discounted student tickets for people using an EDU email address. They can visit it at.
If you could.
Is your mic on? You just have to hold it down, make sure it's green. There we
Hello?
go. Yep, there you go.
Is that better? Okay. You can visit kings.com/student tickets. We also have QR codes that people can scan to visit the student ticket portal where they can then purchase tickets at a discounted rate. Or if you're traveling, navigating through kings.com, you can go to our tickets drop down and select the student tickets drop down on that menu. And so when you go click through to the student tickets page, this is what the portal looks like. This is what it looks like right now. And we should and so before each game, you'll go here, you'll click view offers, and then you'll log into your Ticketmaster account. These offers for student tickets do require that you have a .edu email address to be able to access them. That way we can ensure that we are only offering these discounted tickets to students and not to the general public. And then, so if you don't have a Ticketmaster account already with your Sac State email address, you can sign up for a Ticketmaster account, and that will be the primary one that you use to get access to all these ticket offers. You'll just go through, put in your name, put in your email address, create a password, first and last name, zip and postal code. If you click that box that says keep me posted about Sacramento news, it'll add you to our email list and keep you updated with any other offers that we might have. But then you get to the buy now page, and this is what it looks like. Right here, this is one offer that we did for our preseason game against the Utah Jazz. We offered $8 tickets for that game. I think tickets for that game were higher, starting at about $10 for the last row. These tickets tend to be a little bit closer, but are still in the upper level. And so students will be able to buy up to a maximum of 2 tickets per account that they have. So feel free to refer your friends if you want to go with them. They are random assignment though, but you will get them as soon as you buy them. And then from there, you'll hit checkout. And then you just input your credit card information, and then you can check out that way. And then as you see up here in the top left, I have my phone number. That's how you'll receive, you'll make sure you want to update your contact information to include your phone number. It'll text you with your tickets, and then text you when we've added new games that are ready and available to purchase. Typically we go out 72 hours prior to each game so that's 3 days, with tickets for the upcoming game that you can buy, and we'll notify you when they're available. So this is, for this season, we'll have tickets to select games will be just $24, and that's a great savings of over $40 for, compared to our regular season ticket prices in the same area that you would be getting the tickets for. Some games, like the preseason game, will be less, where they were $8. Some games to marquee matchups, like the Lakers and Warriors, are going to be a little bit more than $24, but you'll still be saving a ton of money in comparison to the regular primary and secondary markets. And then just some additional notes. It is a maximum of 2 tickets per account. We do encourage you to refer your friends to sign up if you want to go together. Tickets go on sale 72 hours or 3 days prior to the game. Add your number to get notified. It is limited upper level inventory. We only have 100 to 200 tickets available per game for students, so it is on that first come, first served basis. As soon as you get that text, go in there. Don't wait, tell your friends to go in and quickly buy it, because they go like hotcakes. Now, if you were looking to go with a bigger group, outside of just a couple friends, we do have other group ticket opportunities, where this would be if you're looking to go with a group of 10 or more people together. This can be for your sports teams, clubs, student organizations, faculty groups. This also gets you access to group seating together, so it ensures that you get block seating. You get access to exclusive experiences, whether that's on-court pregame, post-game photos on the court, post-game free throws, sidelines Star Watch where you're getting to watch warm-ups, or a high five squad to high five the players as they run out of the tunnel. And then and then with the Kings, we're also looking for some collaboration opportunities with Sac State, whether that's tagline on campus, providing flyers to be posted on campus, in academic halls or in residence halls, newsletter and email inclusions if there's availability, and social media posts. Last year, I know we did this co-branded flyer with the Sac State ASI logo on it, and the QR code linking to the student tickets page. And then there was also this post on the Sac State ASI Instagram account. Any questions?
I have a question. For the tickets, so if we were to buy 2 tickets, do the other people that come with us have to be students too, or is it just, it can go to anyone?
It can go to anyone. It would just be like the person who's buying it has to be a student.
Any questions? Isabella?
Is it like assigned seating or is it random seating?
So you will get like an assigned seat number,
Okay.
and so when the tickets are delivered, it'll show your seat, but you will get a seat back. It's not standing room only. You are getting an assigned seat for the game.
Thank you.
Chris? Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So my question is, depending on like the games, because a lot of bigger games, like if it's the Lakers versus the Kings or something like that, does it limit how many student tickets you have, or is it every single game there's 100 to 200 student sections?
So right now we're going to be having about 100 student tickets for most games. I believe we are offering the first 2, the Lakers and Warriors game this time, and then the rest of the games throughout the season except for the other Lakers and Warriors games. Subject to change, we still might go live with an offer for those 2 other marquee matchups, but right now it'll just be the other 37 games as well.
So there will always be a set 100 set aside. Is that what you're saying? That was my question.
Yes.
So there'll always be 100 for every
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions? Alec?
Can you email all the information to all of us so that we can reshare them to students?
Yeah, I can email Veronica and connect with her and make sure that she can send it out to all of you. And then if you have any specific requests for me, I can work with you through that.
Cool.
All right, any other questions? Okay, thank you so much, Robbie.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to our next item, we have our consent calendar. The items that will be moved to consent calendar are 2023-24 1046, Varia Tong Andrade Dominguez Financial Committee appointments. 2023-24 1047, Tong Andrade Dominguez University Committee appointments. 2023-24 1048, Tong Andrade Dominguez recommendations to the President for University Committee appointments. 2023-24 1049, Bolas Tong Andrade Dominguez internal committee appointments. 2023-24 1050, Vega Tong Andrade Dominguez faculty senate committee appointments. And 2023-24 1051, Vega Tong Andrade Dominguez grade appeal committee appointments. If there are no objections, the consent calendar will be adopted. All right, seeing none, the consent calendar is adopted. Now going into our new business. Our first item is 2023-24-1052, Maria Andrade Dominguez, September 2023 ASI Human Resource Policy Manual Updates. Is there any discussion, or is there a motion? Sachi.
I move to approve 2023-24-1052 Maria Andrade Dominguez, September 2023 ASI Human Resource Policy Manual Updates.
All right, it has been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Sachi.
So this legislation is basically to update the ASI Human Resource Policy, which is focusing to align within the campus and auxiliary organization, and also to remain compliant within the state and federal laws. And if Chair allows, I would like to invite Mayra to walk us through over the recommendation of the policies.
Yes, I allow it.
Good afternoon. My name is Maya Mikla. I am the HR Director for ASI. And I have a list of recommendations for policy revisions for the ASI Employee Handbook. I'll just go through each policy and the recommended revision. The first is Policy 3, Harassment, Discrimination, and Retaliation. This revision is to align with the campus to update the title of the CSU Executive Order 1096, as well as to update the current link in the handbook of where that policy lives on the Cal State website. The second policy update is California paid sick leave. This policy is being updated to ensure fair and consistent use of sick leave among our exempt and non-exempt staff. And as of January 1, 2024, there has been a state update for the minimum amount of sick leave to be 5 days or 40 hours, depending for non-full-time staff. And the policy update is for exempt employees are expected to use their sick leave if in increments of no less than 1 hour when they work less than 6 hours in a day due to illness. And also to allow exempt employees to carry a negative sick balance of up to 16 hours to ensure that exempt employees are equitably accruing sick leave. The next policy update, policy number 33, state disability insurance, update the policy to inform employees that they may be subject to a 7-day waiting period when they utilize California state disability. The next update, policy 55. This policy is updated to better align with campus and other auxiliary offerings, as well as support recruitment and retention efforts for ASI employees. Under this new policy, ASI will provide up to $2,500 of educational assistance per academic year to eligible full-time employees. The $2,500 of educational assistance can be used for eligible employees to pursue their own advanced degree that is applicable to their current jobs or future jobs at ASI, or to assist with payments toward their own qualifying student loan, or to assist with the tuition of an eligible dependent child between the ages of 17 and 25 who is enrolled in one or more undergraduate classes in pursuit of an undergraduate degree at a CSU campus. The next policy update is policy 56, employee privileges. This policy is updated to reflect the practice that ASI covers the cost of parking for full-time staff who work on the Sacramento State campus. The next update, policy 76, performance evaluation. This policy was updated to reflect current business practices and to remove language that was contradictory to the policy. The next policy update, policy number 78, standards of conduct. This policy was updated to reflect current business practices and to remove language that is outdated or contradictory to current business practices. Specifically, we do not have reference to zero tolerance policy, so that was taken out and specifically calls out ASI's harassment, discrimination, retaliation, prevention, violence in the workplace, and drug and alcohol use in the workplace policies. Also, language was added, language was added for timekeeping requirements, specifically so that employees are better informed as to what they are required to do with their timesheets and in taking their meal and rest breaks according to California state law. The next policy update is policy number 79, training. And this policy is updated to reflect ASI business practices, and in the state of California, when employees are compensated at the minimum wage for travel time, it has to be notated in the employee handbook, so this is to update that requirement. The next policy update is policy 80, telework policies and procedures. This policy was updated to provide clarification on telework as an accommodation for an approved medical accommodation. So this is just to better inform supervisors that telework for a medical accommodation is separate than from our regular telecommute policy. The next policy update, policy 101, hours of work and paydays. This policy was updated to provide clarification on legal requirements regarding meal and rest breaks and split shifts in the state of California. Any employee working the majority of a 4-hour day is entitled to, the state says 10 minutes. At ASI, we provide 15-minute rest breaks. Also, the policy was updated to state that employees need to leave their regular work area so that we can ensure that they are having a duty-free meal period of at least 30 minutes. And in terms of breaks, the information that if an employee is working 3.6 hours, so any portion of 4 hours that rounds to 4 hours, they're entitled to a break. Also, there was language regarding split shifts that was removed. Split shift pay has nothing to do with meal breaks. Okay, the next policy update, policy 103, timekeeping. This policy was updated to reflect ASI business practices. All references to paper timesheets were removed as we are on an electronic timekeeping system. And the last policy that was updated, policy 105, employee volunteer driving policy and procedure. This policy was updated to reflect current ASI business practices. The volunteer and employee driving policy is owned by the Human Resources Office, so this policy is updated to reflect that. And that is our list of updates.
All right, any questions? Ashim?
Well, there you go. So, the 2,500, is that considered a scholarship or is it a bonus? If eligible, paid employee?
It's a benefit. So
It's a benefit.
Yes, it's not a scholarship.
And what was the age of the dependent between 17 and 25 and not up to 25?
It's college students, so you're saying if they're in college and they're younger than 17?
No, so it said that the dependent a paid employee can get the 2,100, but one of the eligible conditions was if they had to be dependent, aged between 17 and 25. I was wondering, why not 25 and less? Like maybe an employee has a little kid or someone to take care of.
Typically, because we are aligning with campus and our other auxiliary partners, that's the way their policy reads, so we're adopting the way that their policy reads. Typically for dependent language too, it helps with like IRS tax requirements. So a lot of times you'll see that in relation to higher education, so that's why we adopted that language.
All right, any other questions? Okay, seeing none, thank you so much, Myra. All right, is there any other discussion on this item? All right, we'll move over to a vote. All those in favor of 2023-24-1052, Maria Andrade Dominguez, September 2023 ASI Human Resource Policy Manual updates, please raise your hands. Okay, you can lower your hands. All those opposed, please raise your hands. Okay, seeing none, the item passes unanimously. Our next item is 2023-24-1053, Maria Andrade Dominguez, Aguirre, resolution in support of the contracts for the ASI Children's Center at Sacramento State. Is there a motion? Sachi.
I move to approve 2023-24-1053 Maria Aguirre and Andrade Dominguez resolution in support of the contracts for the ASI Children's Center at Sacramento State.
All right, it has been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Sachi?
So this resolution we do every year, and the purpose of this resolution is basically to fulfill any requirements of our ASI Children's Center to continue receiving funding from the contracts listed here. And if Chair allows, I would like to, oh, Sherry's here. I would like to invite Sherry, and she will walk us through.
Good afternoon, I'm Sherry Welty, Director of the Children's Center. What would you like to know? Do you want me to explain it to you, or Sandra?
Hi. So you can just give them a background. I did last week when we introduced the legislation, share that we do this every year, but it could be just like a 2-sentence, like what are the contracts, what are we doing here?
Yeah, so every year we have to apply for continued funding for subsidized childcare for the Children's Center, and we use these funds to pay for the students' childcare. Okay, so that's what the funding is for. We're looking at applying for about another 2.2 million is what we're going to be looking for the year 24-25. This year we're approved for just under 2.1 million, and all of those funds are used to support the Children's Center and to pay for the child care of Sac State students. It's fairly substantial.
All right, are there any questions? Sachi?
Not a question, Emily, if you can scroll it down. There is a document. Once it gets approved, we will have the signature by our Executive Director, Sandra, to pass it through it.
Yes, and this document is submitted along with the application for continued funding.
Okay, any questions, comments? All right, thank you so much. All right, we'll move over to a vote. All those in favor of 2023-24-1053, Maria Aguirre, Andrade Dominguez, resolution in support of the contracts for the ASI Children's Center at Sacramento State, please raise your hands. Okay, you can lower your hands. All those opposed, please raise your hands. Okay, seeing none, the item passes unanimously. All right, now we will move over to our ASI College Director reports. They will receive 4 minutes and 1 minute for questions. All right, right, we will start with Belen Torres, our Director of Business, whenever you are ready.
I used it.
You have to talk right.
Hold on just a moment. We're gonna grab the one that's on the left. And just pass it to the next report person.
Hello, okay, perfect. So hi everyone, I'm Belen Torres, I'm the ASI Director of Business, and so for my October board report, some internal committee updates for the ASI Green Team. We introduced new Green Team members and created the water bottle design for our ASI meetings, and we discussed our Green Team goals and our potential peak adventures cleanup with the ASI board. We're still planning that out, but we'll make sure to let you guys know when that occurs, or when we plan that out. And we also discussed transportation resources and appointed our Green Team Vice Chair and Secretary positions. For the University Committee updates, I wasn't able to attend the second Aquatic Center Advisory Committee with my conflict with the Business Advisory Council meeting that occurred at the same time. And for my strategic priorities, we successfully completed our Connections with Commuters event, which was really fun. And I also tabled at the Pride event on October 17th. And let's see, I finalized my kickoff event budget, and it'll be occurring October 30th, this upcoming Monday. And some highlights: I attended the drag show that was in the University Ballroom, and I went to the Green and Gold speaker series as well. And I think that sums up my board report.
All right, are there any questions for Laura? Jean?
I just wanted a little update on the commuter event, if there were like any numbers. Did you run out of everything, which is a good thing, like counts of how many people might have come?
Yeah, we did see a lot of students. I wasn't able to see if the products did run out, but we had a great number of students getting their coffee and hot chocolate, and we also had donuts and bagels as well. So it was a really fun event. I'm very glad we was able to be part of it. So Jean?
And there was a honeybee too. Was
Yes.
enjoying with her event.
They wanted the donuts.
All right, any other questions or comments? Natalie?
What time and location is your kickoff event?
Yes, so it'll be October 30th at Tahoe Hall in front of the OSE office, and it'll be from 1 to 3. And it'll be we'll be painting pumpkins. It'll just be a fun event for business students to enjoy.
All right, moving on to our next board report, we have Sarai, our Director of Education, whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So just a special note, start off with my special note to our Hornets. It is midterm season, October is coming to an end, so make sure you are taking care of yourselves. Additionally, holiday season is around the corner. Let's just be mindful about the cultural beliefs and just everybody's, some people celebrate holidays, some people don't. And if you haven't already gotten involved on campus, highly encourage you to do so. Moving on to internal committees, so Student Academic Senate, we've met a couple of times. We've discussed a couple of items such as campus safety, Faculty Senate agenda items like grading policy. That's been a great committee to be a part of. the ASI Scholarship Committee. So application did close October 20th. So I'm looking forward to looking to those applications. Parental Advisory Committee, we did meet early October, and basically Director of the Children's Center, Sherry, did go through a lot of updates, including the staffing, enrollment numbers, funding, all that good stuff, and the playground renovations that are occurring. Intermediate, the IAAC committee meeting that we had, we did have an extensive meeting about mental health, conferences, facilities, Hornet Stadium. The SAC, the Student Athletic Advisory Committee, did express interest in potential collaboration. And then for our strategic priorities, we are working on, for a couple of them, we're working on potential campus partners to work with. We're in contact for the Engage and Promote Wellness initiative. We are in contact with the Student Health and Counseling Services and Financial Wellness, so that's progress on that one. For the Appreciation for Students on Committees, we are working on a date for that event. And everything else, just sharing social media, reposting social media posts and flyers. Tabling has been completed. We helped with the Civic Engagement Resource Fair, encouraging students to register to vote. And really quickly, just a couple of presentations. As of today, I did finish my 7 presentations, so that's good, and yeah.
All right, are there any questions? Armando?
There you go. I was gonna ask a question regarding the what you talked about the mental health. I wanted to see if you could elaborate more on that part.
For the SAC?
I believe it was the IAA.
Yeah. So basically, the student athletes they're trying to really amplify the student athlete voice, and they're trying to get more mental health, personnel to assist students, just because they do have a pretty tight schedule coming back and forth from different states and traveling and whatnot. So they're trying to, really focus on mental health representatives and connect them with the students overall.
All right, any other questions or comments? Okay, we'll move to our next director. We have Hashim, our Director of Engineering and Computer Science.
Hello, there you go. So, special note to our students, and I know it's midterm season, so just plug guys, don't keep nerding, stay cool, keep your heads in those books. So for the Memorial Scholarship Committee, this committee I have, there's nothing been scheduled yet, no updates to provide. For the Grade Equal Committee, we did have a couple of meetings. So we had 2 meetings. The meeting that we had on 12, where we discussed the grade appeals. We again went over the ethics, the procedures, and the protocols, but that's because it was related to 3 students that have applied for grade appeals. We then voted on them and argued on for a long time on the appeals, and then the next day we gave out a decision on these reports, which after discussing again the grade appeal procedures, the ethics, and etc. Strategic priority updates. Now, for the cultural celebration, last thing we did was meeting with Dr. Shidella and me and Veronica, but there have been some other things we've been doing, which was more towards the Swana community. We've been trying to achieve them. Still under after some more updating them. We're advocating for the expansion and improvement for study places for student parents. Nothing yet to report, but we did, me, Alec, and Isabella did schedule a meeting for this Friday to discuss possible things we can assist with. Now, office hours every Friday 1 to 5 actually, sorry, not 2 to 5. Meeting events and presentations. So I did do a presentation at the ASI Alumni event. I presented ASI, which I believe correctly closes down all my tablings and presentations. I volunteered for the food pantry and also discussed with Mr. Ryan on things that how can the food pantry improve on or related to technology aspects at the very least. What I want to meet. Oh, so one of the things, if you guys remember, on the discussing the Starters program, a new update on that was we're moving forward. Luckily, the dean and Mr. Cameron have jumped in And in my end, at the very least, I promoted it, so I think that's gonna be the end of it. Sadly, this woman. On the 24th, which was yesterday, I had a kickoff event, which was amazing. I've seen those donuts like they have never seen donuts before. Yeah, it was fun. It was great. I thank the board members for helping. Emily, shout out to you. Without you, it wouldn't have happened. What else? Oh yes, there was a panel. I keep forgetting stuff. I went with Rosa to a panel where we spoke about careers, engineering major, and what's so special about Sac State from that perspective. I feel like I'm forgetting all this stuff, but yeah, I think that'll be it for now. Oh, yeah, it's something that.
All right. Any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, we will move on to Rosa, our Director of Health and Human Services.
Okay, hello everybody. So I have my special note to the Hornets. At the end, I highlighted or reminded them not to forget to come out to our homecoming game this Saturday and support our fellow Hornets. In terms of my committee updates for greeting team, I was appointed as secretary, so I'm excited to take on that role. In terms of my university committees, when I submitted my report, my Will Advisory Group had not met yet, but we had our first meeting this morning, so I will provide updates for that with my next board report. In terms of strategic priority updates, all of them are currently in progress. As Belen mentioned, our connections with commuters was completed on Monday. It was great. I was able to be there until the event ended, and we did have a couple of bagels left. We had some hot chocolate left. We also had some coffee left. So I put them all in the Starbucks cart and went into the union and handed it out to students while they were studying, and also went into SEO and our ASI food pantry, as well as Peak Adventures, to give our staff, very hardworking staff, some of the food and drinks that were left over. They were super excited about it, and then the remainder I took upstairs to the office for our board of directors to enjoy as well. So it was a great event. We saw a lot of students, and we're looking forward to the next one in the spring. In terms of office hours, I've been working very closely with our NSF director to finalize our kickoff event details, which we have. We're still working on ordering a couple of things. We have placed our food order, so we're very excited about that. Shout out to Emily, you're the best. Thank you for running up and down the stairs with me. In terms of my events and presentations, I was able to be with my deans. I was able to meet with the department chair for criminal justice and kind of get some insight as to some issues our criminal justice major is facing. So I'm excited to work in collaboration with them. I also attended the comedy night that Unique put on. The drag show was a lot of fun. I also, with Hashem and Belen, we did a student panel for Santa Rosa Junior College. They came and they wanted to talk to us, board of directors, and kind of learn more about ASI student government as well as Sac State. So that was really fun. I attended our football game last Saturday. It was a lot of fun as well. And yes, I attached some pictures so you all can see what I've been up to. The first one is connections with commuters. You can see us outside. Oh, hold on, scroll back up. Yeah, thank you. That's all the food that we had, the donuts, the bagels. We looked really cute, even though it was super cold outside. The next one is the student panel that we participated in, and then the last one was my second HHS Joint Council meeting. We're doing great, and they're all doing great work, so I'd like to recognize all of the executive members as well as the students who are on the Joint Council. And that is all.
All right, any questions or comments? Okay, we will move to our next board report. Zana, our Director of Natural Sciences and Mathematics.
Hi everyone, I'm Zainab. I'm the Director of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. Just a special note to our Hornets, happy midterm season, and make sure you guys are all taking care of yourself amidst all the chaos going on, and ask for help if you need it. My committee updates, I'm on the Wellness, Safety, and Sexual Assault Awareness Committee. We've met a few times since my last board report, and we're still working on creating a really comprehensive list of all campus resources that we're hoping to push out by next spring, or by this upcoming spring. I've also met with the NSM Academic Council, which is comprised of all faculty. I'm the only student on it. We've been reviewing and revising the NSM bylaws for faculty. And Anchor University Advisory Council has not met yet. And in terms of strategic priority updates, I've been promoting a lot of events on Instagram. I just went to a wellness event yesterday, which was for mental health and stamina. We carved pumpkins. So I would really recommend you guys all follow them on Instagram because they have a lot of cool events. I've been promoting board activities, and we are also planning on meeting with the Dean of the Library to discuss the expansion and improvement of study spaces for student parents soon, as well as collaborating with the Financial Wellness Coordinator to do an event. Some of my favorite events that I've been to since the last board report has been the meet and greet with campus partners at Ingrained. I had a really good conversation with President Wood. And I've also done a classroom presentation for math tutoring buddies. And another favorite something that I attended was the Stress Reduction Reception Planning Committee. That's an event that President Wood wants to have next December, right before finals, and it was super productive. I'm really hopeful it's going to be a really, really good event and really helpful to students as well. I also went to the UCD Pre-Health Conference, which is an event that a lot of Sac State students go to. Some priorities for the upcoming weeks are to decorate the homecoming golf cart this week, which you guys will all get to see this Saturday at the football game. I got my new bulletin board in Shannon that my dean provided, and I've been continuing with my classroom presentations, and I'm preparing for my joint kickoff with Rosa, who's the HHS director, and it's going to be on November 9th, which is a Thursday from 11 to 2, and it's going to be really great, so I'm hoping I'll see you guys all there.
All right, any comments or questions? Okay, we will move to our board report. Isabella, our Director of Social Sciences and Interdisciplinary Studies.
Hi guys, I'm Isabella, the Director of Social Sciences and Interdisciplinary Studies. With a quick note for our students, I said, hello Hornets, I hope you're all having a wonderful semester and you should all be proud of yourself and making time for yourself, and that's self-care, understanding your self-worth. And I also re-stress that we are here to support them and to never hesitate to reach out. For internal committee updates, this last week I wasn't able to attend because I was sick. However, we have sat down and sought out feasibility of changes on the ASI website, and have discussed ways to increase accessibility and the simplicity of our website, just to have students to navigate our resources a little bit easier. And then for our Student Social Justice and Equity Committee, we have discussed, last amendment with them, we discussed the creation of a survey, and we started making questions and how, basically the outline of how we would like to address this general outline for the campus-wide survey. For University Committee updates, I sit on Faculty Senate and our Curriculum and Policies Committee, which has not met yet. For Faculty Senate, we've discussed, our last meeting we discussed retention of diverse faculty and inclusion, as well as grading policies and changing the definitions of letter grades. It was a pretty robust discussion, but it came back to they're going to keep the definitions of the letter grades. And then on to strategic priorities. I sit on a couple, so for promoting and supporting an inclusive excellence and anti-racism and inclusion campus plan, I attended a listening session of the Palestinian and Israeli events. And then for advocating for the advancement of equity and affinity centers, I still haven't reached out to Eric Ramirez yet, but that will happen soon. And then for promoting and engaging with equity and affinity centers, I'm the only board member that sits on this strategic priority right now, and I have reached out to the Pride Center, the APITA Center, the Multicultural Center, and Project Rebound. And the APITA Center did get back to me, and I met with them. Andrew gave me a tour, he's a coordinator, and we discussed some ideas for collaboration, and we discussed having a listening session with the ASI board, so if that's something you guys are interested in, please email me. And then we went to organizing the event for the cultural celebration. I know Veronica sent an email to Eric Ramirez, and so that conversation has started. For promoting board activities, I've been posting our events and our resources. I've completed my 3 tabling events, And then to go on for, I guess, my meetings and stuff, I met with my deans again, and we discussed how the SSIS Joint Council can help students, and that was connecting with the Career Center, and I met with them, and so we discussed some more ideas for collaboration. I went to the Financial Aid Focus Tiger Group with Sarahi and Veronica, and it was a great meeting with Shaki as well. And then we went to the ASI meet and greet. I had my committee meetings. I had a tour of the PETA Center. I tabled at the Pride Center, at the Pride Fair. And I had our first joint council meeting with the executive members, and it went great. And then I have finished my presentations as of today with Sarahi. We had some pretty cool presentations in the sociology department. And yeah, that's it. Oh, and then the kickoff event is this Monday from 10 to 12. Thank you guys.
All right. Any?
Can you say where it is?
Yes.
It's in the Cottonwood Suite on the second floor.
All right. Any comments or questions? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move over to our next board report. Tinko, our director of undeclared students. This one was submitted a little late, so we are going to give it 2 minutes and 1 minute for questions.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tinko, director of undeclared students. So start with the special note to Hornet. We are halfway of the semester, and I wish good luck everyone who are doing very good on their studies and the exams. Good luck on your final exam. You got it. We're almost there. And update on internal committees, we met twice on this month, ASI Budget and Finance Committee, and we're gonna have our next meeting at the Children's Center about the University Committee updates. I met with the Union Budget and Finance Committee where we revise all the policy, like the game room, travel reimbursement, the hospitality. And the Friends of the Library Committee, we have a meet here, and Students Health Advisory Committee, we met on October 23rd, where we talk about what are the ways that we connect with the students about the mental health, and they are also planning to have the vending machines, so we were discussing about what are the things that we can have in a vending machines, and the strategic priority updates. I have completed the priority 3.1.1 connection with the commuter is the Rosa and the balance save we had it the day before yesterday, and we had really good fun. We met with lots of students, we talked with like them and help an idea, and we share our idea, what we do, what we can do for them. And I have completed my all tabling
30
event
seconds.
on the campus. In my office hours, I did work plan on the kickoff event, the strategic priority, and the organize the mail. And a meeting I have attended, the union, all the committee meetings about the campus event. I haven't attended lots of events, just the one called the relationship fair. The presentation, I did give a presentation, and a mentoring to buddies, and
All right. Are there any questions? Sashi?
Is there anything you would like to add?
yes. And here is the photo of the event. We already said it. We had a really fun time. And another thing is we're gonna have our kickoff event on November 2nd and 3 to 5 p.m. And the University Union second floor cutting room. I would highly welcome you to come. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move to our next board report. Hisham, our Director of Graduate Studies.
Hi again. So, hello. Hope your midterms went well. Pretty intense month, lots of time conflicts. So, started with the grade appeal panel. We reviewed grade appeal cases and sent responses the next day. And I think we have one scheduled for higher for the grade appeal procedural committee which I will be reviewing this month. And for strategic priorities, I think the connection with commuters is completed. And a few events that I have attended for volunteering, and I have done 2 class presentations. I've registered our GSAC club, and that's all.
Okay, any questions or comments? Great. So that completes our ASI College Director reports, and now we will move to announcements. Are there any announcements? Chris.
So, I don't know if this is working. I can project, I'll just speak into it. But, so this Friday is Dance Marathon, so please come out. It's from 9 to 12. We are going to have a costume contest, and we're going to have a judge, stuff like that. So we'd appreciate if you come out. It's at the Harper Alumni. We've been working really hard with KSSU and a couple other organizations within ASI to put this on. It is, you know, if you have students that just want to go, let them know. There will be a shuttle from housing, so if anyone asks, there will be a shuttle from housing, and I believe we're currently working on one to Hornet Commons as well. So there should be safe transportation. There should be no reason why anyone's driving under the influence or anything like that. Other than that, come on out, which should be a lot of fun.
Sorry?
I completely forgot to mention that we do have our kickoff event. We are collaborating, so Tinkle and Grad Studies, Hasham and myself are collaborating. We are focusing on first gen week, just because the week after that is first generation week. So we are focusing on first gen. It'll be November 2nd, Thursday from 3 to 5 in the Cottonwood Suite 3. We will have pizza, school materials for students, and just celebrate students with first gen students.
Alec?
I don't think I have to remind everybody that this weekend it's going to be homecoming and Halloween week. So I think it's also a great opportunity where we can push out the ASI Safe Rides to students at large. Let them know that if they get intoxicated, ASI got them covered, and we can pay them dime for dime.
All right, any other announcements? Isabella?
Okay, I'm just gonna project. But going over my meeting with Andrew Yang, the coordinator of the PETA Center, he did want to discuss having a panel and a listening session with the ASI boards. He discussed, we were thinking about the dates of November 7th, 9th, 15th, and 16th. It'd be like the President Wood listening session, but with just our ASI board. And we're hoping to set the tone, so hopefully we can do that with other affinity centers. So if you're interested, please reach out to me.
If you can send an email out to the board with all that information, and then have people that are interested respond to that email, so you don't get a bunch of randoms.
Right. Thank you.
Any other announcements?
So this is more of just a reminder for students. Remember, it is Halloween coming up. Let's remember and be very thoughtful about our Halloween costumes. There is appropriation that a lot of these costumes portray nowadays, so let's be very mindful of what we wear, how we present our costumes, because we want to be very understanding and thoughtful of other people's cultures and ethnicities and things like that, because it's not a joke for them. Even though it might be a fun Halloween costume you can buy at a store, it can be incredibly offensive for some people, so let's be very thoughtful for our Halloween costumes.
Any other announcements? Saji?
It's the money thing, that's why. So as of now, we have $6,675 left in our strategic priority funding. So any of your strategic priority requires money, please reach out to me.
Okay, any more announcements? Rabir?
All right, I don't know if you all noticed, but we have a new face at the table. And I messed up because I had you
listed CSSA, but I forgot to put your last name. But I would like to introduce Armando Perez. He is joining us as the new CSSA liaison. So what better day than to start on a board meeting day. So Armando and I will work together to get his office hours finalized. He will be attending CSSA next week with Natalie and a few others. So please, if you see him in the office, share your experiences, say hi, help out wherever you can. And I'm excited to have you fulfill this role. Did you want to add anything, maybe?
Hello. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity, and thank you, Javier, for hiring me and putting me into the team. I can't wait for the next meeting and have a report for you guys for CSA. And just thank you, and yeah, that's it.
All right. Any other announcements? Okay. So I have a couple. Please don't forget to get to your 3 tabling things in the strategic priorities. There are a couple people that I don't think have reached 3 yet, and as of now, the only other tabling events that I know are coming up are the homecoming tailgate and the Future Hornet Day. So if you aren't signed up for 3 and you're not like, except for these 2 that are coming up, then please reach out to me. So we can kind of see where you're at, because I don't know of any tabling events that are coming up just yet. We do have like a month or so left of school, so of the semester, so there possibly will be other tabling. But if you're not close to your 3, then we can try to figure out how we can get you to that. If you are tabling for those 2, the homecoming game and for Future Hornet Day, please don't forget to get there on time. And if you're starting the tabling, you're the first shift, make sure to bring all the equipment out there for the rest of the group. And if you're the last shift, make sure to take it all back to the office. And then we are going to be working on the golf cart. So if you are working on that, please meet with us. We're going to meet on Friday to do all the decorating, and then today we're going to go out to buy everything for it. Please stay after the board meeting today. We're going to stay all the way till 5 because we need to get into our strategic priority groups and work on some of the priorities and just check in with your group members. So if you are done with everything, which I don't think anyone in here is, but if you are, then just connect with me before you head out. Yeah, Harvey?
Sorry, totally forgot to add this. It was brought to my attention by multiple people that sometimes, or they explained that they were not aware of specific resolutions. I want to just add that the deadline for resolutions to be submitted, or resolution legislation, is noon the same day, Tuesday, every Tuesday. So after that, everything is in file hold and you all have access to that. So before the board meeting, you all should be going in, checking what resolutions are submitted so you can come in, talk, ask questions, or even ask questions to the author prior. So I highly urge everyone to be getting into file hold and doing that work prior so no one is claiming to be caught off guard. So I just want to put that out there. That's it.
Alrighty, so I got an email about the dance marathon on Friday for if the board wants to be a judge for the costume contest. So I will send out an email of who wants to be a judge, and if you do, please let me know before. They just sent it to me. Sure. Is it a 7?
Yeah, it's open to all the board. Preferably, the invitation was to Natalie, just because the president. It is open wide, but they would like to know by Thursday. Sorry.
I guess they sent one to everyone because they just sent one to me asking for judges, but we'll coordinate that. The search committee for the Director of Arts and Letters, 2 of you already sent me your availability, and I think 2 other people haven't. So please make sure you get that in, because I don't want to say it's going to be someone and then you guys can't make or have as much availability for that. CSSA is closed for in-person for CSU Maritime and CSU SLO. So the only one left available is the one in Sacramento. So if you do want to attend a plenary in person, it is first come, first serve. So please email me as soon as possible. And then the rest of you will have to attend virtually for 3 hours. And then remember that we can't see who attends for the 3 hours. So we will be verifying if you do attend for the total 3 hours, and now we have Armando who will also check. So let me know as soon as possible. It's first come, first serve for those who are, for the last one in Sacramento that is in person. We also have the Peak Adventures Harvest Climb tomorrow from 4 to 7. So make sure if y'all can promote that and also attend if you're available. In the, what is it called, Sandra? The big climbing wall that we have.
The Challenge Center?
Yeah, the Challenge Center behind Yosemite Hall. And then we do have a few search committees that are coming for opportunities for us. So we do have 6 coming up, which is the Provost, the VP of Advancement, Chief of Staff, Presidential Aid, and VP of Enrollment Engagement. I know I spoke with a few of you who are interested, so I'm gonna send out an email, and please send me your availability just Monday through Friday. These are very intense workload committees, so do not commit if you do not feel as if you can take on this much, especially for the VP position. So we'll stay in touch with that, because I do want to make sure you all have an opportunity to serve on one if you're interested. And then just lastly, if you are my designee on any of the committees, if you all can just send me an email update of like what's going on in the committee, just if they ever ask me any questions, I kind of know what's going on or know who to send them to. But that's it. Thank you.
All right, any other announcements? Chris?
This is more of a challenge. We challenge y'all to do really well on your cart, because housing and all of our individual halls are working very, very hard to beat you guys this year. So, you know, come through, put on an event. We're gonna hopefully kick some butt.
It's not happening.
All right, any other announcements? Okay, seeing none, I will adjourn this meeting at 3:07 p.m.